What happens when love turns into heartbreak? Meagan Good finds herself reeling after Jonathan Majors not only uses her, but also dumps her. In this shocking twist, emotions run high, and the aftermath is nothing short of dramatic. Let's dive into the details of this explosive situation. Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors first became romantically linked at a time when Majors' personal and professional life was in serious turmoil. He wasn't just the rising Hollywood star who wowed audiences in Creed 3 or as Kang in Marvel's Cinematic Universe anymore. By the time he started dating Meagan, he was facing serious allegations of domestic abuse. His ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, accused him of assault, and the allegations quickly took over the headlines, with text messages, alleged physical evidence, and witness accounts backing up her claims. Things were looking bleak for Majors. The fallout was swift. Majors lost lucrative brand deals, including a big campaign with the US Army. He was reportedly dropped by his PR team and management. Even his Marvel role as Kang the Conqueror was in jeopardy. The Hollywood darling seemed to be falling from grace, and fast. In the middle of all this chaos came Meagan Good, a calm, steady figure in his stormy life. She seemed to represent stability and support, stepping into the public eye with him as he faced his legal troubles. But for many, the question wasn't just why they got together, but how this relationship made sense in the first place. Was it love or something else? When news broke that Meagan and Jonathan were dating, fans were shocked. Meagan, who's had a long and respected career in Hollywood, was fresh off her divorce from her husband of nearly a decade, Devon Franklin. Her relationship with Franklin had been seen as a rare example of stability in Hollywood, even if it ultimately ended. So, seeing her enter a high-profile relationship with someone as controversial as Majors left a lot of people scratching their heads. Was it genuine love? Or was this about Majors trying to rehabilitate his image with a partner as beloved and grounded as Meagan? For a while, it seemed like Meagan was all in. She was there for him at court appearances, offered emotional support, and, if reports are accurate, even helped him financially. Allegedly, she covered some of his legal fees, child support, and even expenses like rent and dog training. For many fans, this level of devotion felt extreme, especially considering the seriousness of the allegations against Majors. She wasn't just being loyal, she was placing herself in a situation where she was giving far more than she was receiving, potentially sacrificing her own needs and well-being in the process. To understand why people were so skeptical about their relationship, it's important to look at Majors' history. Long before the legal allegations surfaced, there were whispers about his behavior. Rolling Stone published a deep dive article that painted a troubling picture for Majors. Former colleagues and acquaintances described him as controlling and prone to anger. While these stories weren't directly tied to the allegations by his ex-girlfriend, they added to a narrative that Majors might not be the man Hollywood or Meagan thought he was. This isn't to say Majors didn't have defenders. Some fans argued that the accusations might be exaggerated or even false. After all, Hollywood is no stranger to smear campaigns. But the weight of the evidence, coupled with the stories of his reportedly volatile personality, made it hard for many people to see him as entirely innocent. And in the middle of all this, Meagan stood by his side, drawing praise from some and criticism from others. Why did Meagan stay? For many fans, this was the big question. Meagan Good's decision to remain in a relationship with someone facing serious allegations could be seen as a sign of her loyalty and belief in second chances. She's always been someone who values forgiveness and giving people the benefit of the doubt. However, it also sparked conversations about broader patterns in her personal life. Some fans wondered if this choice reflected deeper tendencies or challenges she's faced in past relationships. It's not always easy to walk away from someone you care about, even when things get complicated. For Meagan, it seemed like a balancing act between supporting her partner and protecting her own well-being. In the end, her decision sparked a lot of reflection about loyalty, boundaries, and the choices we make in relationships. Meagan's previous relationship with Devon Franklin was often framed as a partnership built on mutual respect and shared faith. But after their divorce, there was speculation about how much of herself she gave up in the relationship to maintain its image of perfection. With Jonathan, some fans worried she was doing the same thing, putting his needs above her own and sacrificing her own stability to support him during his darkest days. Unsurprisingly, the public reaction to their relationship and its reported breakup has been divided. Fans of Meagan, who admire her for her grace and resilience, were quick to defend her. They saw her as a supportive partner who went above and beyond for someone she cared about. Others were less sympathetic, questioning why she would align herself with someone whose reputation was already in tatters. Jonathan, on the other hand, didn't get the same level of sympathy. While some fans were willing to entertain the idea that he was innocent of the charges against him, many felt that his history, both the legal allegations and the accounts of his behavior from people who worked with him, painted a damning picture. His relationship with Meagan, some speculated, might have been less about love and more about optics. Was he using her to improve his image? It's a harsh accusation, but not one that Hollywood watchers dismissed lightly. If there's one thing we know about celebrity relationships, it's that they exist under a magnifying glass. Meagan and Jonathan's romance wasn't just a private matter, it became a public spectacle, dissected by fans, tabloids, and social media users alike. Every gesture, court appearance, and Instagram post became fuel for speculation. For a couple trying to navigate a challenging personal situation, that kind of attention can be brutal. In some ways, this isn't unique. Hollywood has a long history of sensationalizing relationships, especially when they involve scandal. But the dynamic between Meagan and Jonathan highlights some deeper issues. For one, there's the way women are often portrayed as either saviors or victims in these narratives. Meagan's role in Jonathan's life was often framed as that of a rescuer, someone who could save him from himself. But that's an unfair burden for anyone to carry, let alone in a relationship that's playing out in the public eye. If the reports about their breakup are true, there are definitely lessons to be learned from their relationship. Meagan Good's heartbreak is real, and it's clear she's not holding back. As she processes the pain, fans are left wondering how she'll bounce back from this shocking betrayal. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest updates.